All right, are we all ready?
And he's still making.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yes, we're ready.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Mary Grant Nature Preserve Committee meeting. The first meeting after the COVID restrictions were somewhat lifted. I had prepared an agenda that you all have. I do have one addition to the agenda I want to discuss. So let's get right into it. Because it's a new year, we're looking for nominations for new committee chair.
I nominate Dan.
There's a nomination on the floor. Any seconds?
I
Any other nominations?
I second.
Okay. So let's call for a vote. Obviously, I'm going to abstain if there's no other nominations. All for Dan is the committee chair.
Aye.
All against Dan is the committee chair.
By default.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. Next is the second sheet I gave you, the list that Dick sent around by email earlier this week. It's the project list. Just try to get a sense of what we all feel about these items. I'm not saying they aren't necessary. I'm not saying we don't or do need to do them. I just want to see if you all can prioritize them. Just put a number 1, anywhere from 1 to 10 on the list. 1 being we have to do it right now, 10 being it can wait.
No, these are just items that I felt, over a period of time, and
Right.
if you forget about it, it is, some of them aren't that glaring.
Yep.
We meet out here, but there's something, that should be fixed on the trail or
Yep.
something. And, we don't think about it so often, we go
Okay.
and whatnot. So as I've gone around and I've picked up some of these things, and, just for your information,
Okay.
help with some of these big ones.
Right. So
I've contacted the Maple Stone School, because they turned around and did a lot for us in the past.
right.
They installed that fence down there,
Oh,
they
nice.
installed the sign, they cleaned up, they've done a lot of good things.
Okay.
And I talked to the director yesterday, Ron Roberts, and he's very interested, as they move forward to this fall and spring. There's nothing, not pressing. We can look at the list if there's something we feel is pressing and needs to get done, okay, we'll give that, like you say, a priority. But the other thing, with the rest of it, I think a lot of it, he's looking, are you familiar with the school?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's looking for community projects, and this one is right in Acton.
Okay.
Right now, the kids are doing something in some other town. They're going to springtime, transit time,
Right.
going and back
Okay.
and forth. So as I say, but if we generally, agree, and then get no problem,
Right.
working with them and whatnot.
Well, I think all of these projects need to be done. The question is, where do they fall on our priority list as a board? And that's why I wanted y'all to give a priority on the sheet, and then I'll just take it back and combine the results and come up with a list at our next meeting on the projects
Okay, sounds
in
good.
priority order that need to get
Yep,
done.
sounds good.
Any questions for Dick? This is the list that Dick created. Any questions for Dick on any of these projects?
So far, no. Do they still, things like the door sill, is that something they'd be able to do too, or is that something we need to look at someone else doing?
Well, I don't know. These are things, I haven't presented them the list,
Oh.
Right.
so they haven't had a chance to look at it to see what they feel comfortable,
Okay.
But,
You're speaking of a fence. You mentioned the fence, repair the fence. Where did I see it?
Up third.
Yeah, where is the fence?
the sign?
Just that.
Oh,
fence.
repair.
Oh, the fence.
Yeah, the fence right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
posts are kind of,
Yeah.
it's just in case of
Okay.
something.
Right.
pulling them out,
Yes,
filling the holes, or redoing the holes. You know.
okay.
Nope.
All right, so if you guys could work on this, you can either get it to me today or get it to me next week sometime.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll scan
On where
it
you
to
feel things lay.
Yep.
I'll have the list ready within a couple of weeks, and I'll resend it all back to you, and we can discuss it at our meeting after the
Do
month.
we have a mowing contract now?
The town has a mowing contract, and this property is not.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay. And who does that?
Uh,
Oh, Rockingham, okay, okay.
The question is, I understand that it doesn't get mowed regularly.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen it too,
Right,
Dick, so
okay.
I've been up there a couple
Okay.
times, and the grass has been really tall, and
All right.
when Jamie and I were here to do the doors,
Do you
we
think we
brought
should
our
go
lawn
down
mowers.
each one and you know, we have a question?
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
Okay. Check the trail signs, repaint or replace, okay. Repair and relocate the big sign out by the road, okay, repair that one.
Yep, so I fixed it up a little bit last time we were here,
Yeah.
so at least it's not falling apart.
Right,
But
okay.
really needs to be repaired correctly.
Okay, what size sign could we put out?
I would like to keep the same sign, if we can just get it cleaned up.
Oh, not bigger, maybe?
No, I think that's
Okay,
fine.
okay, that's fine.
Nope.
Oh,
When you pass
oh,
that
okay,
out-
thank you.
I have a copy of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have those?
Yeah, I have it on my computer, actually.
Yeah.
okay. May I keep this? Yes, I guess so.
Mm.
Rake area and dispose of the debris, yep. Cut down the broken tree on the right side of the building.
Yeah, there's a broken tree, right? It isn't a big one. Hanging,
Oh, in the back there?
there's an oak tree in it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Just
okay.
want to
That's
know,
a very
yes,
minor
yeah,
thing,
yep,
so,
yep, yep. Need to prune various brushes and branches, yep. Okay, I got that. Repair or replace the fence, yep, we discussed that. Check the trails for any obstructions.
Yeah, we weren't
Yeah.
able to do our spring cleanup this year, so.
Right, right.
Maybe we could get together a fall cleanup.
Yeah.
Maybe to get the big stuff done, then all we really have to do is clean the grounds up in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That may be worthwhile.
Do you think the blower will be able to handle moving a lot of the stuff
Yeah,
this year?
absolutely. That's why I got the big one.
Well, I say,
We have a backpack blower.
yeah, I know, but I say, it doesn't do, to me, it doesn't make sense to just blow it over and let it pile up along the edges, you know?
Well, no,
You
but
wanted
we
to
can
take
pile
it
it,
away.
blow it into
Yeah,
one
right.
big
And
pile.
take it away,
Make it
yeah.
a whole lot easier.
It's easier than raking, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
well, I like to blow it into the woods because it maintains the natural beauty as well,
Well,
and it
yeah.
decomposes, you know?
Give it back to Mother Nature.
We can figure that out
Yeah.
when we're ready to do it.
Okay, yeah, remove the large gnome houses. Okay. Replace the door sill on the side door.
That's
Yeah.
the bottom sill?
Yeah, yeah, that isn't, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, okay. You might be,
That's okay then.
all right.
It's just that when you go in,
Yeah.
Well, we also
It's-
noticed that we
seen the
could just
best,
do
yeah.
some work to that door when we were here doing meetings.
that,
Oh, I
We saw that that door, that side door needs a little work too,
yeah,
but we didn't have enough materials or time to deal with it when we
yeah,
were doing
yeah,
the
no,
meetings.
Is it the whole thing?
it's something we can look at, you know,
Yeah.
over period.
Well,
Yeah.
Tammy and I can do that. We'll put that on our list for this fall.
I like doing little carpentry projects. Smaller projects I can handle.
Yeah.
The one we have going on at home right now,
But as we go along, you know, pick one or somebody else can pick one or a
Yep.
couple
Right.
people can pick one,
Absolutely.
and that's one less that the kids will have to do,
Right.
you know, the school will have to do.
Well, my goal is that once we have this prioritized, I just want to post it in there. So if someone's looking for something to do,
Yeah.
Check it off the list.
check the top thing off that you can do.
That's why I made it so that we could turn
Right.
around and say, oh, what was that you're trying to remember?
Yep.
Oh my God.
You guys enjoy your field trip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe eventually, not now, Dick and Dan and Tammy, and I'm sorry.
Janelle.
Janelle, yes. One of the sister wives' names. Janelle.
Oh my God.
I watched that. Yes, okay, Janelle. I was thinking maybe a slab or a foundation eventually, lift it up and put something,
Well,
I mean, it's gonna cost a few dollars, you know, but maybe donations, I don't mean tomorrow,
no,
but
no, no, no.
eventually.
These are all things
you
that
can
Yes,
go
fundraise
along.
okay.
over time.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm, you know. Paint stain the whole garage, yep, we know that. Install a shallow well with a hand pump. That's a great idea.
So,
That's a great
let me
idea.
speak to that real quick.
Okay.
Today, I purchased, Tammy saw something at a festival she was at, where it's a self-contained unit, it's a sink and a foot pump. With this particular one we looked at, and I actually bought it, has a 5-gallon tank at the bottom, where you use the foot pump to pump water up to wash your hands. Now, it doesn't replace running water,
Right,
but at
it's
least gives us
something.
a basin and running quote-unquote water
Right.
to wash hands with or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Did you ever get a chance to talk to your,
I haven't seen them.
oh,
They're pretty busy.
oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I haven't seen them like at all. So they're coming into their quiet time of year. So hopefully very soon I'll be able to get an audience with them.
There you go.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time up north right now, too.
Yeah.
But as I say, you know, I didn't know whether you'd be willing, you know, just mow it, just 6-inch hole down. I know a lot of people have done it with backhoes, and they just put a 6-inch piece of PVC with holes or slots down the bottom so the water comes in.
Yeah.
And then you put the well.
Right.
Was there a well here at one time?
What?
Was there a well here? A
Oh,
dump well?
yeah,
Where?
Well, no, I couldn't
Oh,
find it. Who knows where.
Nobody.
Hey, somebody told me that concrete thing was, I thought that was the cover to the well.
Nope, that's a
But when we
flagpole.
went to take it off, it's solid, and somebody else turned around and told me, oh no, that's the base where they had a little flagpole there. Oh, it's the well. It's in the
Don't
wood.
we have these
Well,
old instruments to,
yeah.
to find something like that?
I've done that.
Oh, you've done that, okay. You're old school then, yeah. I remember when I first got married.
Vein that goes right off the end of the garage here, right down that corner by that
Yep.
tree. And it goes right out through and comes up right along this side. Then there's another one about 10 feet out,
Huh,
parallel on that side of the garage.
okay.
So I
So
figured,
if we ever get that, we want to make sure we put that, I'm assuming it's going to be like a hand pump, so
Yeah.
it doesn't require a lot of maintenance. But we need to put it somewhere that's easily accessible, not out back or, somewhere out here. Just so
Yeah.
people know it's there and they can use
Exactly,
it.
exactly. Okay, now,
We'd like to try to get that done this fall, especially if we're going to put these tables on the barn.
oh, okay, well, you could set up a date to do
Yeah,
that.
when we do our fall cleanup, we'll,
You know, we don't really have much time because it's the end of
Yeah.
September, October.
let's
And
get
then in
through that.
November on, I hibernate.
Let's get through the pumpkin festival.
You know?
Okay.
All right. Replace the benches along the trails. Well, we're working on that. This is an excellent job.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
can't
whether
thank
you-
you
you've
so much
noticed
for
it.
this.
anybody been on the trails,
I haven't lately.
again, the school, and Carl Davis had them made up, split logs and whatnot, but they kind of rotted and whatnot. My idea was that for some of the older people that may be out for a walk,
Right.
and they get halfway and they're getting, need a
Oh,
second
yeah,
wind.
Yes.
It's down
Yeah.
at the
Sure.
junction down there. They can turn around and have a
Yeah.
place with it.
That's
Just
it,
sit
yes.
for 5-10 minutes, talk,
Okay.
enjoy the outdoors, and then
Install.
catch their breath and
Yeah.
see what make.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good idea. Huh. Install lattice work under rear extension to garage. Under rear
Yeah, if
extension.
you walk around out back,
That's just a
it
little
looks-
bump out?
It looks horrible.
Okay.
Okay.
There's junk underneath
Right,
there.
right,
you
okay.
know,
Yeah.
I may be able to get my hands on some half sheets of lattice work, not a lot, but someone moved their camper at the campground and they
Oh,
left some
okay.
lattice work. So I'll
Yeah.
look at it tonight.
Yeah,
See if it's decent.
it's little things like that that, pop up and whatnot.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, just in case if somebody
Yeah.
coming over, I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Yeah.
getting some 2x4s or 2x3
Yeah.
and something like that. Hack it up just a little bit.
Yep.
Because it looks so funny.
Yep. Repair or dispose of the big picnic table.
That's already gone.
Good.
No,
Okay.
that,
Is that one that big?
That's the split one over there?
yeah.
So Tammy and I have plans to fix that, probably this winter. if not
Yeah,
before the
well, no, but I say, it's on the list.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So I'd like to say, if somebody wants to sign up for one of
Yep.
these items, and, okay, well, like you say, look at the list, and if I'm
Right.
looking for something to do, I can look, I won't bother with that one.
Yep,
Right.
Tammy volunteers.
She likes low carpet carpet.
right?
But, so anyway,
Alrighty. Discuss with the selectmen on how we are to keep the outhouse clean.
Is there a contract with it
No.
now?
no.
But really,
But
in the time of COVID, Tammy brought up a good point, it really should be professionally cleaned,
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
once a month, if not
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah.
And
well,
I
as say,
think Sherry
I
at
was-
the town.
I was at a
cleans-
selectmen meeting, not this week, but last week,
Mm-hmm.
and Dennis Long brought that up about the
Yep.
bathrooms in the town hall, and it was kind of agreed that they needed somebody to sit around and, clean them, and, I don't know.
I
just
certainly
throw-
don't
I
think
just throw
this
this
gets
out,
the use that
a
those do.
possibility, that if they've hired somebody to turn around and take care of that one, that all of a sudden they just stop and
Mhm.
check. and,
Right,
We can ask them.
yeah.
Because the main thing, and what I've been doing on my own, and when I come up, I'll just take some Lysol spray
Yep.
and do the John, and make sure,
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
kills the germ. It isn't a case of having to wash the floor and,
Right.
walls and everything. There isn't that much in there. The main thing is the John and just somebody to wipe it.
Okay.
Discuss with the selectmen about the mowing contract.
We've already
Did
talked about that a
briefly,
little
yeah.
bit.
Remove the concrete base for a flagpole to the left of the garage.
That's probably
Yeah.
gonna take a backhoe or something.
Yeah,
okay.
well, let's say, I think the kids, the school has all that kind of
Yeah.
equipment.
Oh,
for it.
okay.
Okay.
If they can take care of it for free, fine.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't know, this is what I was hoping Dave Winchell.
Yeah.
That I could kind of, I won't say
You know
shame
what,
him,
he
but.
probably thinks the meeting was 11.
I clearly went back. and
Right,
forth
I
with
know,
Tammy
I
Davis,
know,
so-
I know, and I told, yes,
It's
no,
all right.
I
I'm
know.
not
I know.
worried about it.
Yes. Print up some more MGNB brochures, Mary Grant Natural Preserve brochures. Yes,
I can take care of that, I have a nice color.
okay, oh, good, okay.
If you get down to turn around and, have them at one of the photo shops, it costs quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
For the
Oh,
color
yeah,
and
yeah,
decided and
yeah.
whatnot. But, so I don't know, what I've done in the past is, we have the master copy, and if somebody turn around and, they say, you make a few or half a dozen, I make a half a dozen, she makes a
Mhm.
half a dozen. Next thing you know, we've got enough to distribute,
Right.
leave it at town hall or the
Okay.
library or something like that,
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything to add to this list?
So, yeah, no,
I
like
think
you say,
I
put,
think you've covered it, yeah.
put out there, we can think about it, and then the next meeting, we can turn around and go
Okay.
more detail. Does that sound right with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
It isn't something that we gotta spend a lot of time on.
All right, any other new business?
I don't- Oh, yeah, let's talk about the pumpkin.
It's on the agenda, don't
Oh,
jump the
okay,
gun.
okay. Okay,
All
alright.
So old business picnic tables, if you've noticed,
Yeah.
rotten picnic tables are gone.
Yeah, thank you.
Dick got these in here for us from Lowe's.
Yeah, yeah, these are nice,
yeah.
aren't they? Thank you.
They,
I'd like to go with you next time, see how you maneuver that. Wow.
So do we think we're gonna need another table or two or three for the pumpkin carving?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think we still need to talk to Jen
Okay.
about, especially because of the social distancing.
Right.
We can really only put 4 people tops.
Yeah, and they have tables. at
Yeah,
the
they
town
have
hall.
I think they're the
right.
8-foot.
Yeah,
that's
that
one
we
of the
can
things that I was
borrow.
thinking of
Yeah,
is
that we
Tammy and
can
I will just
borrow.
stop on the way in and pick up some
Yes.
of those on that day and
Clean
just
them.
have them
Yeah.
available.
You need to, mention it or ask
Oh, yeah,
Jennifer.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And he says, okay, then like you
Yeah.
say, I think that's the easiest
Yep.
thing to just close it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put 'em out.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the pumpkin event, we talked about moving it to October 10th. With the only issue I had is I need to be out of here because I have to work at 6 o'clock that night. I'm waiting to hear what the school PTG decided for their trunk or treat. And if they're not going to do it, we can do it on the weekend before Halloween. That's why I have not advertised anything.
Yeah, the other thing, Dan, with this COVID stuff going on, I don't know whether you noticed, but just yesterday, the numbers have really jumped in Sanford and Acton. I'm trying to go Acton.
But one of the things we need to consider is not even doing the pumpkin thing. I know the selectmen want to do it, but if the numbers are increasing, I don't know that I'm 100% comfortable doing it.
Yeah, well,
Even if we're outside.
I feel the same way. Just to give you an example, from 9/8/17 to 9/18, in Sanford it jumped from 57 to 81.
Yep.
Okay. In Springvale 15 to 22. Acton from 17 to 19. As I say, I'm on it every day.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy because we went for months and everything, you know.
So let's do this before we get too far into planning for pumpkin.
Adults or children? It doesn't say.
So before we get too deep into planning on the pumpkin event, let's figure out if we're actually going to have a pumpkin event. I think it's important to have for the community, but I also think it's important to keep the safety of the community in mind.
Yeah. Well, as I say, you know, as much as I know that I'd like to have it.
Right.
I know I'm kind of, and if we did do it, I'd be more in favor of just keeping it for the local, you know.
And that's very hard to do.
I know that when you say, that's another problem, you know.
Okay.
Because they say, look at what happened last year, you know.
Right.
Next thing you know, we had, you know,
Well, the hope is that it grows every year, so that we run out of pumpkins every year.
Well, I say the word gets around, and next, you know, we had people, I think, from Newfield and Chapley and Sanford, and wow, where'd they all come from?
You know, do you have any thoughts on yay or nay, or?
I mean, it's really tough. Because are the kids back to school together? No.
Well, no, they pretty much
They're on
Half
remote
remote,
learning.
yeah, they do their 6 feet,
And Sanford just went back to all remote.
Right, with
Because of
the
the
cases
outbreak.
jumping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I was just, because it'd be a bummer not to do anything.
Well, I have a
I don't
thought.
know if
I have a
yeah.
thought. If we don't do the pumpkin carving event,
Yeah.
we can do another event geared towards Christmas down the road.
Or
Even if it's at the town hall.
just putting this out there, we could have like a drive-through pumpkin event where they could just come through and pick up a pumpkin and, you know, some kind of a something like that. So we may not.
But that's why we're here, okay? Because,
Right. So I mean, if we might not be able to do it the way that we want to do it, but maybe if we put together like little kits, you know, here's a pumpkin, here's you know whatever, and
the other
We,
thing,
we can either give them the carving tools.
what they say, you mentioned, you know, PTG, if they're gonna still
right,
have it,
let's,
maybe we can
let's
just turn around
start
and,
with that,
you know,
Right.
and
have a, not a booth, but, you know,
Have a little table.
either
Yeah.
hand out pumpkins or hand out something, and we'll have a little sign, you know, Merry, you know,
yeah,
turn it
good
for the
idea.
weekend, you know.
jumping Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and all the
Right.
things.
There we go.
We'll make it.
Yeah, fine.
You're awake.
Good. I need more coffee for that, right?
All right, Virginia, do you have any thoughts on yay or nay?
I agree with you. At least do a little something, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
think.
kinda
And
like the
Janelle,
drive-through
and
idea.
Janelle too. Not
Yeah.
to, yeah, I think have a little something where we can plan it instead of not doing anything at all. Because I know the children really look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, as of right now,
Yeah, I
I don't
agree with
think
you
that we're
guys.
gonna get a fire permit.
No.
because of the
Okay.
fire danger. So
Mhm.
we're not gonna be
Right.
able to have our fire.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, could we just have the fire and something that they can drive through, but we can't even have that.
But you know, that's in another month, things can change.
It can, but are we gonna have enough time to pull everything together if
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't make a
it's
decision?
coming
Yeah.
back.
Right,
It
it
is coming
does.
fast,
So it is
yes,
a,
yes, that's, okay.
But,
Gonna do
you know,
something else, no, you're right.
I like the idea
Yep.
of being able to drive them in on one side, come through here,
Yep.
like this will be the pickup station,
Mhm.
and then they can just swoop right around and drive right back out the other side, and,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
we have plenty of pumpkin carving kits in there, and we can talk to, Martin's maybe, and see if they have any more that we can pick up,
Yeah.
just to make sure that we have more, and then we can give one pumpkin carving kit to each
Yeah.
car, not
Yeah.
each pumpkin.
And a
right.
pumpkin per kid.
Right?
I really like that idea, whether it's
Yeah.
like a drive-through thing here.
Yeah, and
or
we don't
we've
have
got
to do
something
it
up at
here,
Trunk or
like
Treat.
Dick
Right.
said, at this point, we can just, you know, buddy up with the
Does
PTG
it
or,
make sense to do if we're gonna have a cleanup day?
or
Set
maybe,
up, like do the cleanup day, so we're here doing that anyways, and then they can drive through and
Yeah.
grab them, so
No,
kind of a little more activity.
well, let's say, people in the cleanup, they may be out back when it happens. so that-
Right, right, that's
Well,
true.
we
But
would-
if someone's manning,
yeah,
like,
definitely have
manning
somebody
the-
directing traffic and manning the pickup station and, you know, directing people back out so nobody gets hit by a car.
Okay.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Any other thoughts?
Uh,
So, let's, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Let's have a vote on whether we're going to do the pumpkin event as normal or not first. So, all right, so Tammy, yes or no, have the pumpkin event as normal?
No.
Yay.
No. No for me, okay, so.
Okay, we agreed on that.
So having said that, do we want to do a modified, so a drive-through event either here or with the PTG if they're doing their trunk or treat? I would say yes to that.
I would too.
Yeah.
Dick? You know? All right. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
As I said, I don't have an issue giving away those carving kits that we have in there already and making kits with the pieces that are not in a kit, knowing that come November, we can get them for a song and a dance at any store. And I'll buy more if I have to. That's
Oh,
not a
gosh,
problem.
I will agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And truthfully, I think a lot of activities because of the COVID are going to be postponed.
Right.
You know, like the churches have their little, you know.
Little fairs and
Yes,
things, yeah.
I think a lot because of the,
So do you
The
want to
outbreak.
contact the PTG first? If not, you're going to have it, so we'll have
Yeah, I've already asked them if they're doing it. I'm just waiting on a response. I asked them,
Okay.
didn't I?
Well, okay, no, but
oh,
it's
okay. And they didn't respond?
Right?
Hello?
They should have responded at
Right?
12:01.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So I like that idea. If the PTG is not doing the trunk or treat, and I will find out definitively this week.
Yeah.
And if they're wishy-washy, then we'll just plan on doing something
Right.
here. Even if
Okay,
it's,
yeah.
you know, pull up to the stump, we'll
Yeah.
give you a pumpkin and a kit and you can drive right by it.
And you know what I was thinking, maybe some of us can dress up in a costume.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I nominate Virginia to dress as a pumpkin.
Hello. No, I'm just saying, you know what I mean, to make it more authentic. you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Okay, I actually
Yeah.
like that
It's
idea.
kind of fun.
Okay, yeah.
Could
All
encourage
right.
the kids to dress up when they pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and to that, we can put together like little grab bags of you know, candy.
Yeah.
So nobody's actually reaching
Right.
in for anything. We'll
Right.
just say,
Just-
Yeah.
you know, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Here's your
Yeah.
stuff.
And with the decorated kits.
Yep, I can put together the kits. I have plenty of time. to
Because
put
I
them
think that
together.
was a big one last year, the
Yeah.
decorating.
Yeah.
So if we have, you know, kits with a couple of cookies and sprinkles and a measured amount of frosting in it.
And I bet you Halloween trick or treating is not going to have to be happening either because of the
Well,
COVID. You know,
Probably.
door to door. You know.
I think that there's a lot of different opinions about that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like, if you're not comfortable, just keep your lights off and don't do it this year. But if you are,
Yeah.
you know,
We don't ever get any kids where
We don't either, we don't either. That's why, we live in Acton, so we're oblivious to what's going on. I know I am.
That's why I
'Cause
like the
I
trunk or
don't
treat
see
event
it
because,
here in
you know,
Acton,
you actually-
and I
yeah.
read,
Yeah.
but yeah.
we missed that when we lived in Sanford. We had hundreds of
Tons,
kids.
Yeah.
yes.
And we moved back to Acton and none, not
Yeah.
one.
No, but, you know, I moved back to Stanford in 16, so it's 4 years now, okay? And I've never had anybody come to my house.
I would think you would in the neighborhood you're in.
I know it, right
I
behind Dairy
think, I
Queen.
think with everything
Yeah.
happening, because I was talking to, a few years ago, I took my grandkids in Sanford, and they said, we used to have like over 100 kids, now we don't
Yeah.
have, you know.
We used
So
to
I
live up
think
by
it's
the
the
hospital,
whole-
and we ran out of candy the
Right,
first year.
I
Oh,
think it's the
we
whole
we didn't know
scenario,
what to expect.
society as a
Yeah.
whole.
We called the mother-in-law who was on her way and stop it right in and grab it. Whatever candy you can, we're out.
Oh, that is awesome, yeah, yeah, but I think, no, I think,
Okay,
all right.
so back to our idea
Yeah.
here, drive-through treat bags with candy, maybe a
Yeah.
small handful of candy per kid.
Yeah.
Maybe a cookie decorating kit.
do you help with getting those cookie kits together beforehand? That's a lot.
No, 'cause that's something that I can do. Because he works every weekend. So I'm in the house by myself and it's just me.
And
Gives
then
me
I come
something to
back
do.
clean up literally.
Oh,
Well, that works out
That's okay.
there.
yeah, that's okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
So treat bags, one pumpkin per kid, one carving kit per car or family, depending on
Yep.
how we do this thing. Cookie decorating kit, what else?
Sounds good to me.
yeah.
I think
That's
that's,
not
given the
bad, yeah.
current
Something
climate, I
goes,
think
you know,
that's
we
great.
haven't,
Yeah.
you know, just,
Okay,
And all of the pumpkins are right now. Like they're, because of the lack of rain,
Yeah.
everything has just come
Yeah,
Mhm.
earlier, yes.
very early. I mean, they're selling pumpkins
Yes.
so cheap right now
yeah,
that
I stopped yesterday on the way up, and, it's one farm and everything, they're $8 each, and I'm like, oh, wow,
you saw
There's
where,
so it's
Hannaford, 2 for
Hannaford.
5?
really?
So how many pumpkins do you think we'll need?
well,
Well,
We're
last year we
talking
went through
70,
60 or 70
right,
pumpkins. I don't think we're gonna have the same turnout.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah.
But, I think the best thing to do is see what we can get, and then, keep, Kelly,
Yeah.
I've stopped to see him.
Okay.
And he's got pumpkins, and he's willing to, you know, support us like he did last.
Okay,
So I say, we're so local, you know, just down the street, so all of a sudden, if we find we're running
Right.
low, you just go and,
okay.
like we did last year, you know.
So when I draw up this advertising, basically I'm gonna say, if we're at the trunk or treat, that would be at the trunk or treat till the pumpkins run out. Or if we're here, you know, 1 to 5, 2 to 6, or until the pumpkins run out.
Right.
yeah, I don't think that we're gonna
I think that's the
need,
way we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah,
I don't think that we're gonna need, a lot of time.
No, I was thinking of planning on 50 pumpkins, but you guys.
I think,
Yeah.
I think probably a minimum of 50. And then if we get more, yay, if not,
Okay,
I was gonna say, if we have extras, what I used to do, if we had any extras left over, I'd take them down to the school,
right.
Yeah.
and, Andy would put them out back to the teachers, get them to pass them to the teachers,
yeah.
a couple pumpkins for the class or whatnot.
Sure. Again, that kinda is determined by if we wind up at the trunk or treat, or if we do something here, or, okay.
And what time shall the event start?
I think it depends on when we do it and where we do it. That's still kind of up in the air, you know, if the
'Cause you gotta
PTG
work.
Right, if
Yeah.
the PTG
Oh,
does
that's
the trunk
true,
or treat,
that's true.
I would really
Yeah.
like to be there. We'll set up a
Yep.
table and we'll have stuff available. Obviously, we'll all be masked up, and
Yep.
it's a good reason to get dressed up if
Right,
you want
right,
to.
right.
And I think it's a good interaction for the kids. And
Yeah.
then If we have brochures, we can hand out the brochures and say, hey, did you know about the Mary Gray Nature Preserve? It's a great walking trail, we have the story walk, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, why don't we even put it in the account?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, good,
absolutely.
good, yeah.
I mean, we can print them
Yeah,
up easy enough
exactly.
at home.
Yeah,
So treat bags. I would say plan on an equal amount of treat bags. So if we have 50 pumpkins, we're gonna need 50 treat bags. If we have 70 pumpkins, we're gonna need 70. So what I'd like all of us to do is each get 1 or 2 bags of candy.
okay.
Doesn't have to be the super expensive $50 a bag candy.
Martin's is having
Yeah.
candy now, so, yeah, we can get some.
So if we can all get a couple, 3
Yeah,
bags of candy,
I can do that.
we can all
Yeah.
meet, you know,
If I don't need it before then,
Yeah.
but hey.
we can all meet the
You know,
morning of
it
the
is
event.
like,
Which
you
one
know,
do I want?
Open this up, you
That's
know.
how I buy it, except for
I
because
just
Joe, then I
bought the
can eat
other
it.
day, Kit Kats, you know?
So we can all get together
All right,
before the event, whether it's trunk or treat or we do something here.
all right.
Put it all together either that morning or
Yeah.
a day or two before one night.
Okay. We can do that, yeah.
Or even the weekend before, we can come down and spread out in the
Yeah.
barn and
Right.
Right.
assembly
don't
line
want-
style,
yeah.
it doesn't take long.
I just don't want to leave them in the barn.
Oh, no, we won't
That's
leave it
okay.
in the barn.
Okay.
Somebody
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can put it, yeah.
Well, maybe in a
a
locker.
tub, yes, in a
Yeah.
tub, you know,
Yep.
container,
Okay.
a bin.
I have that locker.
Let me just throw it in the dumpster.
Oh, no.
Oh, gee.
I'll buy a new locker.
Right, you're right.
Okay. What else?
Okay.
I think it's a modified event. I think this
Yeah,
will be
it
more
has
than
to be.
sufficient. I think
Yeah.
the kids and the
At least
families
it's
will be
something.
happy.
Yeah.
It'd
At
be good
least
to
it's
encourage
something.
them to share pictures of it, so they.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Because
a
you always do
good
that
idea.
picture with them all lined up and.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
yes. Or even the best picture, a little prize or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we could
do
totally
some-
do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
because then that would really
Yeah.
encourage them to do it.
Yeah.
know,
It
send-
feels like it's still an
Send your
event.
pictures to our Facebook page, and
Yeah.
the committee will vote on the best picture,
Right.
and the winner will
You
get
get,
Yeah.
the
maybe
rest
a-
of the candy. I don't know. If they eat it, I don't have to.
oh, goodness,
Right,
yeah,
that's
you know,
fun.
something, you
I'm
know,
all about the
something.
dark chocolate, so.
Or something educational or something. you
Right.
know, Painting set or something
Right.
like that.
Okay. I like that idea.
Because I have the grandkids now.
I know.
You know,
I
remote
used to be
learning,
like
yeah,
that all the
but, you
time.
know, wait till you have your grandkids. You
I can
start
wait.
it all over.
I can wait.
Okay.
She's just, no. She's gonna last year of college, gonna be 21 next
You know,
month.
I said the same thing when I waited 10 years. I got
can
married,
wait.
waited 10 years, and then I had my kids. I had my first child when I was 32. All right.
I was
So,
31.
and then I had two, you know, every year. I had ended up with 4, you know. But I said no.
Yeah.
Kids.
All
And I
right.
love them. I love them.
I
You
know.
know, I love my kids. Well, enough of that. You know.
So anything else pumpkin event related?
No, I think we covered all the bases, right, Janelle?
So I'll get all of this typed up in an email so we can all remember it.
Good, yeah.
Are you gonna see Barbara? Do you wanna give her, a list
Yes.
for Barbara?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think she's going to react to this whole idea?
I mean, I think they're distancing and stuff, so I think they.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll appreciate
Yeah.
it too.
Right. Mr. Winchell.
I bet.
Yep,
Yeah,
probably.
so,
That's all good.
But we can mention these.
Dan
We're
can give
gonna
him a quick
mention-
rundown.
Yeah.
what do you want me to mention?
The flagpole.
Oh, yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah, okay.
And even a price on the slabs.
Yeah.
You know. Hello, Mr. Winchell and family.
What's going on?
Oh, Barbara.
I would have been here at 10, but I guess, looking at my email, I thought it was an old email.
Oh, okay.
I know they told me 11.
Yeah,
I
we've
don't
gone
know.
back and forth a few
So-
times on it.
David,
My
It's all
bad.
good.
we didn't swear at you. We forgave.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We forgave you. Don't worry.
Barbara called, asked for,
Yes,
Okay.
sure. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Mr. Mitchell, why don't you sit over here? We'll let Barbara sit with Janelle.
Okay, yep.
Family.
Just a short explanation because I don't know if Dick told you about the note I sent him yesterday. And I thought I should tell Jennifer so she didn't go into shock. And she went into shock, all right. She said, you get your panty over there. I'm calling Dave Winchell and he'll
Oh, good,
pick me up.
Right.
That's just where I am. They're not going to let me quit or you either.
Oh, good,
So,
good.
morning, you know.
Yes, good morning, everyone. So Dan will tell you the rundown in a nutshell.
All right, give me 2 seconds here. So, we've worked on a project list, and some of this may impact you there, Mr. Winchell, because we're going to ask for your assistance.
Do you want us to hear to the sun?
No, that's not.
Oh, the catch.
So, the short of the long,
I'll give mine to you. Mr. Mitchell?
so,
Yeah.
you're moving pretty good there for a young lady, Barbara.
No,
Yeah.
watch out.
You said you weren't coming.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? I said that I wasn't coming and I sent you a note. And then I thought I should let Jennifer know. So I called her this morning to tell her. And she said, you're not quitting, you can't, and neither can Dick. You hear me?
All right, so, back to the beginning of the meeting. I was nominated and voted as the committee chair. Barbara, do you have any feelings one way or the other on that?
I would have abstained.
Okay, that's fine. Totally within your rights. We talked about this project list that I gave you. On the list, specifically, David, since you're on the select board and you're our liaison, we have some concerns about the mowing contract. It doesn't seem to be getting mowed fairly regularly. We can just have Robin or whoever has a contract come in whenever he does like the town hall. It's not gonna take long with this year.
I got
Yeah.
a copy of the contract and it's supposed to be done every 10 to 14 days. And,
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it's been neglected.
He hasn't been doing it, you know, and
In Robin's defense, I don't know, I know a lot of guys are doing mowing right now because we haven't had rain, that they
Yeah.
haven't been mowing so they don't kill the
Kill the
grass.
grass.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but obviously that'll be something we'll have to address
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
if he's mowing the town hall, then it must mean
yeah,
there's good enough to mow
Yeah.
there, they can mow here, so.
but he's got a 3-year contract, so.
But you're right about that, I didn't think about it. We did have a dry, we are having a dry spell.
Oh, it's
So
dry.
yes, so, yeah, all right, so yeah, that makes sense.
We were going to ask the select board, I know there was some discussion about hiring someone to clean the bathrooms up there. I don't know if anything's happened with that yet or not. Can we include that they just come in and wipe down the outhouse for us in that, or no?
That would be something we have to talk to, because the lady that's cleaning right now up there, she went. I would think you guys here, I don't know if that's gonna be,
Okay.
we'll have to discuss that, too, how we're gonna.
Right. If that's not an option, that's okay. It just tells us which direction we go, whether,
It's just one
Yeah.
option that all it really need to do is just come in and with a Lysol sprayer, you know, the antiseptic stuff, and just wipe down the john, you know,
Yep.
where people, because
So how many guys would you like that to be done?
once a week, I think
Once
would
a
be
week,
sufficient. I think once a
well,
week's
say-
actually overkill, but,
the thing is open to the public, just like, you know, the bathrooms at the town hall, and so as they say.
Is there any Lysol or anything
Yeah.
in the building? It is. Okay.
I put gloves, so we got, everything is there with a spray Lysol, brand new
Do
container.
you think about maybe, do you have a sign up there that says, you know, things you input?
You would think they would.
No, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, that way there,
You
well,
would think they would, yeah.
because even if you had to clean like once a day, it really doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Like when the first person comes in infected, you know, everybody gets it from there on out.
Right.
So if you had a sign saying, clean after use,
Yeah,
anybody can grab a thing and do that.
I can make that.
Yeah, even if
posted
they
on the door.
just spray it, if you have something in there, they can
Yeah.
spray, whether it's
Everything right there.
aerosol or
It'd
Paper-
still be
paper
good to have
towel.
somebody look at it in case.
Oh, definitely, once a week,
But to have it, yeah.
if you have it once a week, but, during the meantime, when you're using it, just to have something
Good
done.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a little sign, post on it.
We had talked about, there's a cement slab over there that used to be a
Just
flagpole.
behind that
Yep,
tree.
yep.
We were wondering what it would take to get that dug up. If that's something you could do, just bring a backhoe up here or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yep. I see that's probably a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Totally.
Well,
Okay.
let's say,
We
when
try to
it's
keep
on
a
the mulch,
bench.
and then backing in, or,
Yeah.
like
Just
if we have
walking.
an event, get some older people, and
Yeah.
you back in so they don't have to walk from the road or whatnot. And
Yeah, that's
also
not a
that
problem,
thing,
pop that up. We don't know how deep it is, but we may have to put some material back in.
Yeah.
Just bring some wool.
Yeah.
We can bring the rubber tide back, go up a little loam in the bucket, just pop that out, dump it in the hole.
Yeah.
Cause I'm sure it's probably down there a little bit.
Yeah.
If it was a flag post,
So,
right?
Yes.
Originally, I thought, somebody said that that was the well. So you can see there's a corner chip, somebody come along, that was up here with a backhoe, and turned around, and I thought they were gonna take the cover off.
I probably did it when you talking about that right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably did that when I put the septic tank in over
Oh.
there.
So then somebody said, no, that isn't a well, that's a flagpole,
Yeah, yeah,
Because I stuck a wire down the
yeah.
pipe that's broken off, and all of a sudden it just went down about 2 foot. That's it.
That's what it is. So it means it's at least 2 feet deep. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
no,
I was gonna, talk about this later, but while you're talking about that, I've had an idea in my head for a long time that I'd like to see, like the flat, stone that they have down at the new campground,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
big sign. A little smaller rock than that.
Yeah, it would have
I'd
to.
like to see. Yeah.
It took us
Because
two loaders to put that there.
no, I don't want a big one like that, but a smaller one, just in memory of Mary Grant, who gave this property to the original, to the,
Yeah,
Some kind of monument.
we can consider that,
Yeah,
but
that's-
it needs to be out of the, make sure it's out of
Well,
the,
that's something you
out of the way,
way,
right,
I would
yeah,
think
so
so,
that
yeah.
would be a spot to consider. And I thought you'd be a good one, now that you're gonna be our liaison, that maybe you could haul these over a flat paste rock.
Yeah, I come by them every day.
At your convenience, David.
Yeah, I'm sure we can arrange something.
And the last thing I think we have for the select board is one of our wishes is a shallow well of some kind.
So, you want to do it?
Yeah, even if it's, we're talking about a hand pump, I think, so it's not something that needs to be winterized every winter. My initial thought when we first started talking about it was getting it on the capital improvement committee, but I don't know what it would take to just get a shallow well, never mind a drill well or something.
You got a good spot, you think?
yeah.
It's already been down,
I've had,
the Dow's.
there's a vein that goes right along the edge of the garage and right out through.
Yeah.
And so, there's a vein right there at the corner,
Yep,
right by that little maple tree.
yep, yep. So you want to have a hand pump, right?
That's what we're thinking, yeah.
Just so that it needs some water, right now, if somebody, I got bottled water, but if we didn't have that, if somebody, dry or whatnot, all of a sudden, get the water here.
You can water your dogs,
Somebody
or
can run over
kids
into
or
whatever, pump up, get
Yeah,
your water or something.
yeah. I don't know about consumption, but, for humans, but, you come into an issue and
Well, I've talked
because
to,
you're talking about,
talked to the code officer,
yeah,
so he's got no problem with it, as long as, we don't advertise it as a,
ritual source.
but
Well,
I
you have
feel that
to
we'd
put
have it
aside,
tested to make sure that,
Not potable or something
yeah,
like that.
you would have to have a side of something saying not for drinking use. But the problem you can have is, problem with Ken is, Ken has everybody that has public use, not to have water that's every month and
Yeah.
everything, this and that. And I highly doubt that he's gonna allow this to be used for that purpose without, so I mean, if you have a sign thing, you know, you take it on your dog or whatever, you know, wash your hands, but, without having tested and stuff like that for the public, I don't understand how that would be. But I have no issues with it really at all. But there's a couple different options we got. I mean, we put wells in, we don't try not to. For some reason, people who have homes, you put a dug well in, they go dry, they call you up, you need the water. Okay, because it's drought like you have right now. But I've got dug wells at my house, both houses. And there's two ways of doing it. You can do well tiled, which I'd rather not do. Or what we do is we do a pipe setup. I've got in one of my homes there. There's a 6-inch pipe that looks like a, that's what I was telling you. It looks like a artesian well. Yep, okay. So it looks just like an artesian well, except it's a white pipe. Yep. And what we do is we do the hole, and we get down as far as we can, not to go 5 8 inch. And then what you do is when you bond that pipe, you perforate it, you just drill it, we use a buzzsaw, you know, and then we have a load of stone on a well like this here, small load of stone, small load of sand, and some poly, and what we do is we get it down the hole, and we surround it with stone, poly, green sand, and you pretty much backfill it up. You got a pipe sticking out of the ground, but that's your stone's your reservoir.
Yeah, well, that's
and then what you do is paint it up. You can mount your thing right on the top of that. That would be the cheapest way to go too, because even with the well tile, you still have to store the same around to the well tile stuff.
That's what I was telling them before.
Yeah, and that can be done. You know, just got to make sure that we figure out as a selectman. But I've been like, this is the way I've always rolled. Don't worry about the liabilities. We gotta make sure that we're good on the consumption part of it, you know. And, but, yeah, I have no problem with that. I'm sure we figure something out. So.
Okay. Moving on, as a committee, we decided to have a very, very modified pumpkin event this year.
Okay.
Instead of come here, sit down, carve a pumpkin type deal, we decided to do some kind of drive-through event, whether it's here or we do it in conjunction with the PTG's Trunk or Treat, assuming they're going to do it this year, where we hand out a pumpkin per kid, a carving kit per family with a little treat bag and things like that, along with the Mary Grant Plaque. That would increase people's knowledge of the knowledge of the park. They can come, they can check it out. There's a story walk, things like that. We're still kind of holding the event, but we're doing it safer. The committee's concern was the recent spike in COVID cases in the area.
I'm really hoping that they do a trunk or treat now in that school, because I think it could be more controlled than having kids going to house.
Absolutely.
Which people are probably not going to do because of the idea that it's COVID thing. Now, when you say it's conjunction,
So if, assuming the PTG is going to have their event, you would set up a table at the trunk or treat and just hand out the pumpkins and the kits with, you know, a sign that says Mary Grant Nature Preserve. And here's your
do a
take home
walkthrough or
pumpkin.
anything.
We were just going to set it right up at the trunk or treat if we could.
If they're not doing it, then the fallback is to set up something
Do like a little
here.
drive-through here or something.
But just a drive-through.
Yep.
Car pulls up, got a table full of pumpkins and a little ditty bag with goodies in it.
Yeah.
And somebody just handed for them.
Just thought of something. We're going to do this in conjunction.
So we were planning
Yeah.
on at least 50 pumpkins, but that's a good point. We're going to
Yeah.
do more if it's a trunk or
You have
treat
the
because
school.
that's packed.
In conjunction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, we'll wait and hear back from the PTG.
that's pretty much where we're at. The last thing we discussed was, if we do the drive-through event, take home pumpkins, we were gonna ask people to share pictures of their carved pumpkins or their kids carving the pumpkins back to our Facebook page, and we'd have a small contest. You know, best pumpkin or best picture gets
Right.
an art kit, or the rest of the candy that we don't use, or something like
Yeah,
that, or all of the above.
something, yeah.
You put on your page?
On the, yeah, on the Mary Grant Facebook page. And obviously it'll be shared with what's up and after that. Barbara, do you have any thoughts?
About the pumpkin?
Yes.
No, whatever you do, it's up to you.
Are you okay with having a drive-through because of the current COVID situation? It's okay to say no.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I want to make sure your voice is heard, because everyone else is.
You'll hear from me. I'm waiting for you to get done.
God bless you.
Should I be scared?
No.
Okay. So that's it as far as the pumpkin event. Like I said, I'll send an email. I'll copy you, David,
Yep.
just so you can see it.
Yep.
On everything we discussed and our
Yeah.
plans moving forward. And as soon as I hear back from the PTG, we can figure out if we're going to do it at the school or if we're going to do something here.
Oh, and one more thing, David, now that I got you here. This is way in the future now. Getting a slab or a little foundation for that
Where?
because it's
You
the
mean underneath
barn.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say little.
Oh,
I'm thinking of that right there.
yeah, okay.
Underneath it, nothing little.
No, okay, okay. Well, it's all in
So what to do, settling down?
well, it's all
house is
open
really
underneath,
close,
and
so
I was
there's
thinking of,
potential for
mice
fire.
and rodents can get in there and rot maybe underneath it, because it's really, if you go there, David, it's open
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And then if it settles,
It's-
that's down the road, not
Yeah.
tomorrow. I mean,
That's
it's
several
just in the
years, 'cause that
future,
would be quite a
yeah,
bit of fundraising.
yeah.
But
That
Virginia-
needs a fundraising
Virginia-
project, oh, I'm sorry.
Just remember, it's been there for over 100 years.
Well, that's what I said to them, but, things do take a toll eventually,
Anything else pumpkin
We'll
related?
look at it.
Yeah, you can look at it, you don't have to do it to, just,
Oh, yeah.
bright idea,
I've never been-
capital improvement,
Extra-
You should, yeah.
I will when I'm done, yeah.
Yes,
That's when I was up here putting the septic tank in. All right.
yeah, okay.
Barbara, the floor is yours. What you got, my dear?
Okay, what I would like to do is follow through with my idea of having the guest speaker to raise money for the Mary Grant and
Okay.
actually the Learning Center, which was originally planned for this building, will need attention very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to go forward with planning it because I want to get the space, make sure he's available, see what the governor's going to say about planning for 2021. And I don't want to wait till the first of the year to do this
Right.
because time gets away from you. And if I can move forward like that, with that.
I
I'd
like
to
the
do-
idea.
Pardon me?
I really do like the idea. I think we need to wait and see what the governor's going to say as far as public gatherings. We can
Well, this is what I just said.
lay the
I said I'd
foundation
like to
work.
call on the governor, see what she has to say,
I'm reiterating what you said, Barbara.
and I would like to move forward with it.
So if you want to contact Barry, make sure he's still willing.
Yes, I'll take care of all of it, Dan. I'm just looking
and-
for permission to move forward.
Yes, but don't commit to anything yet.
Right.
I would say discuss with Barry, get his thoughts if he's still willing to do it. Get some possible dates for next summer, probably, I would say
Dan,
July or August.
I just don't want to waste your time or
Right.
mine
I get it.
with any detail now. I have that all, taken
Okay.
care of in my head and in my papers.
Right, I don't feel we as a committee can commit to having Barry until we know what the governor says for next year.
No, but we can just find out.
But we can lay the foundation now, absolutely. So the initial steps are making sure Barry's okay with it still. figuring out when he can do it, and then we can pencil things in and we can begin working on it. We just can't commit to anything until we know that we can commit to it legally.
When were you thinking about doing this? Probably July.
Actually, well, not really. See, this is the whole thing. I'd like to go further into the year because there's more chance of having it. Then if you go for July, it could be still the governor saying, well, we're going to keep it, low.
Right.
But if I go further into the year, like September, or even October or November.
So let me ask you this, and I just thought of this. What if we could do this in conjunction with the pumpkin carving event?
No,
So,
absolutely not. This
Why
is
not?
going to be a single, it is not going to be, I'm going to speak ahead of where you want to be, but I don't want this tied into like a rummage sale or a, whatever else the other thing you wanted to have was getting people to donate things. You can have a rummage sale or a, auction sale, whatever, on a different date. But I think to interfere with Barry, because this is how he also raises money.
Right.
He brings his things to sell. And I don't think we should be trying to, get in to sell things. That's his field.
that's a detail, and I'm not either for or against that. That's a detail we can discuss as a committee as we really start discussing it. You okay with that? It's not a decision I can make alone. It's not a decision you can make
No,
alone.
it
The committee
isn't,
has to
but
decide.
this thing, I guess what I have to say is I'm having a hard time learning the new rules because for 15 years we did. We didn't have, we just knew what to do. And Mary Grant has run fine. And if one person wants to take a project and go forward with it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'm gonna pipe in here.
Yeah.
With all the committees we have in town and stuff, okay, there's a lady that's supposed to run a meeting, okay, and run a committee. And I've run this over years now. And what happens is, without having, you have to have a discussion now. I'm watching this for the first time, and I see things that you should be doing that you're not doing right now, okay? When you have like a discussion like you're having right now, okay, you bring your point, then, somebody here should make a motion to make a vote on that. You guys really have to do that for some reason. That means the whole committee has been involved, okay? Having people just going doing things, such as, say Virginia, how many years?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Say she decides she's gonna go out by herself and do this project. That never bodes well, okay? Because what ends up happening is 2/3 of the committee go, well, what the hell is she doing that for? We want to do this, okay? And you really, you got your list, okay? You got your agenda. What you ought to be doing is rolling down through your agenda and say, okay, we're gonna do this, vote on it, do this, vote on it. And then you get to the point, and then you delegate by voting, this person's gonna take care of this, doing the research part of it, but everything should still be voted on by the committee. You can't have, and I think this is my word of the year, rogue. Okay. Can't have committee members going rogue, because we've had other committees that do that. What ends up happening at the end of the day is when everything starts hitting the fan, it was because the committee wasn't involved. So, the committee right now, you wanted to do this in June. I mean, next September.
The only thing that I'm asking is not that I'm going to be the boss of anything or do everything.
Yep.
I just want to start it.
Yep.
That's
So
all. I'm
right
looking
now,
for
what
person
your
to
committee
start
should
it.
be doing right
And I know
now.
I need to investigate where it can be held.
Yep.
Investigate if Barry's still available.
Yep.
And then I can present this to the committee.
So
to
what the committee does got to do right
Yeah.
now is say, okay, this is what we want to do. Somebody's going to make a motion on it, vote on it, and then go, okay, and that you're going to be the one that's going to be doing the investigating. Okay, So you know that that person is dictated for that, and that person's not going rogue. Right?
Thank you, David.
Can I make a motion?
You may.
I'd like to make a motion that we authorize Barbara to look into, see if Barry Dana is still interested in coming down to visit us, and turn around and look to see if there's, come up with a proposed date and, place to have it, and then bring it back to the committee, and then we're on the pumpkin thing here.
So we have a motion to allow Barbara to begin the investigative work to figure out if Barry's available, where we can have it, and when we can have it. Do I have a second?
I second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? And I abstain.
So, that right now, you guys are all in it, know what her job is. I don't want to make you guys.
I'm happy. I'm happy you're here because this is where I'm trying to get to.
Oh, okay, well.
But
Yeah, because I, over the years, I've seen committees do that, where people just start doing things, and it just turns into a really bad
Yeah.
situation.
So the way I see the Mary Grant Committee, it's a very informal committee at best
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And I know as a town committee, it needs to be more formal.
Well, in your minutes of your meeting, you have, now you have a vote, that, that's what everybody wants to do, and you can roll with that. Now I'm gonna let you go back to your meeting.
All right, so Barbara, that means you can start your work to get the
Thank you.
information we need. Any other business for the committee?
So as far as the pumpkin festival, when do you think we'd know whether we're doing it? Because we'll wrap up kind of details whether we do it here or with the.
Right, I'm actually hoping to know by the end of this weekend.
Oh, okay.
If not, I will reach out again. I already have a message out to
You haven't heard
CJ.
anything about the
No.
PTG, have you?
I haven't, I am liaison to the school, so, they just had a meeting, they didn't tell me. I guess I get out of
That's
that
all.
one, right?
The PTG met last Monday to discuss, and they were supposed to let me know what happened. But I'll reach out to them.
Yes.
But no matter, which one we do, we're still gonna need pumpkins.
Yes,
Yeah.
either way we're
So,
doing it. we
I
still
just
get
want to throw out, David, or anybody, if you happen to be going around and you see a lot of pumpkins and you're willing to stop and say, would you be willing to donate, 10 pumpkins? You get 10, you get 20. We've got them all, and we haven't had to
One
spend
thing
as
you
much.
might wanna do is, maybe throw something on What's Up in Action,
Yeah,
looking for donations
You've done
for
that.
pumpkins.
yep.
So anyway, also for your information, I've already talked to Art Kelly.
Yep.
He's helped us in the past, and I suggested to the committee that we keep him for the last, okay? As a reserve, so that if all of a sudden we end up
He's gonna bail
run
you
out
out.
of pumpkin,
Yep.
You bailed us out
like
last
a
year
bailout,
3 times.
like I did last year, I
Yeah.
just hopped the car, I went down and
Yeah.
asked him for some pumpkins, and he backed the car up to the pile, we loaded my car up, and I come back with another 10, 15 pumpkins, and everything went great.
Thinking of that, we should thank everybody that contribute, like Arthur Kelly,
Oh, yeah.
a little sheet of something, hand in the bags, you know what I mean?
So
you
if
know.
any of you guys get donations of anything,
Yes. I think
or
it's-
even if you
yes.
purchase something, let me know. And in that goodie bag, we'll include a little sheet. Special thanks to
Yeah.
Kelly Orchards, to
Right.
Dick Neal,
Yeah.
to
Right,
Well,
right.
one thing you can also
The
do
committee
too.
in
Well,
itself,
yeah.
the committee in itself,
One thing
yeah.
you also could do is, I hope not all people watch our selectmen meetings, but,
Oh, they
more
do,
than you
they
think.
do.
yeah, okay. But at the end of it, the public comment, wherever the head, go up and say, hey, we wanna
Yeah.
thank da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep, yep,
And, that's kind of a big deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is,
Okay.
yeah.
Anybody have anything else?
No,
Barbara, you have anything else?
Just let me look at my list.
Okay.
Just a comment, just so you know,
Les.
I've written a letter, and I have a copy, I got a copy I was gonna give to you, I don't think I gave it to you, to Lowe's, to
Yep.
thank them for the picnic table.
You can just email it to me and I'll just stick it in my file.
Yeah.
So,
We
okay,
mentioned that the other night, I think.
so it's a, if I can find it.
And then you can thank Lowe's,
Yeah.
Lowe's like
Yeah.
you mentioned,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm all set for the time being.
Okay,
Okay.
you sure? I want to give you a chance. Okay. Janelle,
Alrighty.
Dick, anything else?
Not that I can think of right now, I think,
Yeah.
I think
Virginia?
I've been around
No,
and
I said
Janet.
my piece. Nope. Said my piece.
Mr. Winchell, do you have any other comments?
You probably said too much already. I don't know.
Oh, you've been good.
No, we
You're very,
will,
very
no, not
helpful,
at
David.
all.
All right, I would entertain a
Okay.
motion to adjourn at this point.
Okay. I second.
There's no motion to second.
Oh,
I
that's
motion
right,
to
that's right,
adjourn.
right. Yeah, I second it.
All right, moved and seconded to adjourn. Any further
Okay.
discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Are you going to set a meeting date for the
I'm
meeting?
waiting to hear back from the PTG, and then I will put out some dates in email for the next meeting. We're adjourned.
Lovely.
Thanks, guys. Thank you,
Thank you,
David.
David.
I thought I was gonna be late.